Expelliarmus, it is time to get magical. So join me as we take a look at the philosophies and words of Albus Dumbledore, the enigmatic Master Wizard and Headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. In this video, we will be looking at 4 quotes by Dumbledore to help inspire us to see the magic in the world again. So, who was he? Albus Dumbledore was one of the most powerful and revered wizards in the Harry Potter series. He served as the headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry for much of the story, and was known for his wisdom, kindness, and strong sense of justice. A founder of the Order of the Phoenix, Dumbledore played a pivotal role in fighting against dark forces, especially the Dark Wizard Lord Voldemort. Despite his extraordinary abilities, he was also a complex character, often keeping secrets and grappling with his own past mistakes. Dumbledore's belief in the power of love, his subtle guidance of Harry Potter, and his efforts to protect the wizarding world made him both a mentor and the symbol of hope throughout the series. However, his flaws and his ultimate sacrifice showed that even the greatest of wizards was still human. The first quote is, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." This quote is from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and is about finding hope in the midst of adversity. Dumbledore says this to Harry when he's struggling with fear and sadness, especially after the dark events surrounding Sirius Black's escape from Azkaban. The darkest of times symbolize moments of despair, uncertainty, or loss, things everyone encounters at some point in their lives. The light refers to the choice to look for hope, kindness, and positivity, even when things seem bleak. It's not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine, but about consciously choosing to focus on what can uplift us, whether that's memories, relationships, or small joys. This reminds us that even in darkness, there are moments of light, and often, the light is within our power to ignite. Number 2. It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. This quote is from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and delves deep into the idea that character is defined not by innate talents or skills, but by the decisions we make. While Harry possesses great magical abilities, this line emphasizes that who he becomes will depend on how he chooses to use them, and whether he chooses to act with integrity, kindness, and bravery. Dumbledore is teaching Harry and the reader that a person's true nature is reflected in their actions and moral choices, not in their potential or circumstances. In a broader sense, it challenges the common idea that greatness comes from talent alone. Instead, it argues that the will to do what's right, even when it's difficult, is what defines us as individuals. Third quote, "Do not pity the dead, Harry, pity the living, and above all, those who live without love." These words of wisdom are from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and this profound quote emphasizes the central importance of love in life. When Dumbledore tells Harry not to pity the dead, he's reminding him that death is an inevitable part of life and not something to dwell on in sorrow. But more crucially, Dumbledore urges Harry to pity the living who have never experienced love, or those who have chosen to reject it. Love, in this context, isn't just romantic love, but the broader concept of human connection, compassion, and selflessness. People who live without love either because they're incapable of it or refuse it are trapped in isolation, emptiness, and often bitterness. Dumbledore underscores the idea that love is what gives life meaning, and without it, life can be an endless struggle. Our final quote from Dumbledore is, "The time will come when you will have to choose between what is right and what is easy." This is from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and speaks directly to the ethical struggles we all face in life. It acknowledges that life is full of difficult decisions, and often the morally right choice is also the more challenging or inconvenient one. Choosing what is right can require sacrifice, courage, or going against the status quo, while choosing what is easy is tempting because it promises less resistance. Dumbledore's warning to Harry is about the value of choosing principles over convenience. He's preparing Harry for the future, where he will be forced to make tough choices that require moral strength, even when the easy path might seem like the safer or more appealing option. In a broader sense, it encourages us to act with integrity, even when the easier path, giving in to our darker angels, may be more comfortable or less risky. So, what can we learn from a master of magic like Albus Dumbledore? We can see that life is beautiful. Even though filled with many pitfalls and tragedies, there is still great wonder to behold. Dumbledore even knows he will meet a tragic end at the hands of a former student, yet he sacrifices himself because he knows that will give Harry Potter and the rest of Hogwarts the fire they need to protect the school and themselves from the grave threat known as the Dark One, Lord Voldemort. Each of these quotes highlights the complexity of human experience, how we navigate challenges, the choices we make, and the values we hold dear. Dumbledore's wisdom often calls us to look beyond the surface and into the deeper aspects of life, such as the importance of love, the power of choices, and the light we can find even in times of darkness. Dumbledore's views and philosophies offer profound life lessons that transcend the wizarding world, touching on universal themes of morality, love, courage, and personal growth. Dumbledore has a nuanced understanding of good and evil. He doesn't see them as black and white, but as forces that exist on a spectrum. He believes that even the most evil person, like Voldemort, has a past that shaped them and made them who they are. While this doesn't excuse their actions, it invites us to consider the complexity of human nature. People are not simply good or evil. They are products of their environment, choices, and experiences. Compassion, understanding, and forgiveness are essential when dealing with others. We may not always agree with someone's actions, but trying to understand their story can help us navigate conflicts more thoughtfully. Thank you for watching. I hope you gained insight from the words and philosophies of this magical man. His words truly reach into our daily lives, teaching us things about ourselves that can help us see the world in color, not just a shallow gray. Even though he is a fictional character, his words and actions hold such meaning that they literally leap off the page and screen and into our lives. We can always gain something to improve our lives and help us evolve into better humans by looking at these characters that took years of deep thought and wisdom to create. So when the grind of daily human life is you feeling worn down, like you need some magic in your life, remember Albus Dumbledore. He will remind you to be patient with other people, look at their stories with introspection, and take their faults with their graces. Let us try to bring magic back into our lives by simply living a fulfilling existence. How do we do this? What is Dumbledore's secret? I believe that we need to derive great pleasure from the simple doing of things we love. Eat well, read well, sleep well, love well. Anything you do, do it to its height. Create something, because I find that when you create, whether it is art, music, or even life itself, you are giving to the universe, and you never know when what you put into the universe can help save someone's life who is on the edge of the abyss. Sacrifice for the ones you love, if they have earned that right, but never sacrifice the pursuit of your own greatness. Always wield your control. Pick up your wand and say, Lumos, stupefy, expecto patronum.